Good morning, Florlyn.
Good morning to ma'am.
Okay, Florlyn, can you tell me about yourself?
My name is Florlyn si Balubar.
Yes, ma'am, because it's not enough.
I'm 25 years old. I'm single ma'am. I live in Dumaligyan, Quezon.
Okay, I have a few questions for you to answer, so let's start.
Yes ma'am.
Why do you want to work as a maid?
I work as a maid because I need money.
Why you choose Malaysia when there is a lot of other country?
Because they have similar in the Philippines. So that's it. It's easy to me to adjust.
How are you qualified for this job?
Hardworking and be patient.
May I know what your educational level is?
It's only high school graduate ma'am.
What was your recent working experience?
Washing clothes.
Okay, what was your recent working experience? Latest work.
Latest work. Washing clothes.
Washing?
Clothes ma'am.
Okay. Have you worked abroad before?
No ma'am.
Do you have experience of taking care of babies?
Yes ma'am.
Whose babies are you taking care of?
My son and my nephew also.
How about elderly?
Yes, ma'am.
Whose elderly are you taking care of?
My mother, ma'am.
Do you have any other special skills?
No, ma'am. But I'm willing to learn.
Are you willing to work with a family where the mother-in-law or any relatives stay together?
Yes, ma'am.
Currently, are you still working now?
No, ma'am.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes, ma'am.
What sort of food can you cook?
Filipino foods, ma'am.
Are you aware that you will have to do washing, cleaning, ironing, and cooking?
Yes, ma'am.
From all the house chores that I mentioned to you, which do you like most?
Washing clothes, cooking also, and cleaning.
If ever you were selected to work in Malaysia, who will take care of your kid?
His father, ma'am.
You are not allowed to use handphone during working hours.
Yes, ma'am.
You are only allowed to use handphone after you finish all the works and when going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are strictly needed to surrender the handphone to your employer in the morning and your employer will return back to you once you're going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
If ever your employer finds out that you're abusing of using your handphone and it's affected your work performance, your employer will confiscate your handphone and you are not allowed to hold it anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Instead, your employer will allow you to call to your family 3 times in a month. You only allowed to bring normal phone and you are not allowed to bring smartphone. Are you
Yes.
agreed for the terms and conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you agree to the rules and regulation for the handphone?
Yes, ma'am.
How many years is the contract as you agreed and understands?
2 years, ma'am.
Can you describe for me your attitude, Florlyn?
Mm, understanding, patience,
How can you assure
hardworking.
us that you will work hard in Malaysia?
Okay, ulit. I can
How
order
can you assure to us that you will work hard in Malaysia?
hardworking and be patient.
Okay, so how can you assure to us that you will work hard here in Malaysia?
And I will do my best. Because,
Can you promise not to use the telephone without the permission of your employer?
yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to put on makeup but to dress properly while work?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to invite friends and relatives without the consent of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to ask for advance salary from your employer under any circumstances?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you really understand of the rules and regulation of the agency?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you pay any placement fee for you to come to Malaysia to work as a maid?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any history of sickness, breast cancer, or any other illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you suffer from any skin diseases, allergies, or physical defects?
No, ma'am.
Have you suffered from any serious illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you smoke?
No, ma'am.
Have you undergone any operation before?
Yes, ma'am.
What operation was that?
Appendicitis, ma'am.
When was that?
When I'm 15 years old, 2008.
Okay. Are you medically fit or are you fit to work?
I'm fit to work, ma'am.
Are you in any medication right now?
No, ma'am.
Are you allergic with any food?
No, ma'am.
Are you prepared to work for the employer of different races?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to eat the type of food taken or given by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of being left alone in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of being left alone in the house?
Left alone, yes, ma'am.
Are you alone in the house or
I
are
know,
you
ma'am. No.
afraid?
No, ma'am, no.
Okay, I will repeat. Are you afraid of being left alone in the house?
Left alone.
Okay, if the employer will go overseas and you will be left alone in the house, are you afraid? Are you afraid if they will leave you in the house alone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you afraid of dogs or other pets?
Yes, ma'am.
If the employer will go overseas and you are alone only in the house, are you afraid?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise to work according to instruction from your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any family members working in Malaysia?
No, ma'am, no.
If ever the employer will go overseas and the employer will leave you alone in the house, what will you do?
I'm stay at the house, ma'am.
Are you afraid alone in the house?
Yes, ma'am. Alone?
Alone. One person alone in the house. Are you afraid?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you able to work in Malaysia?
Yes, ma'am.
Some employer is going overseas, working, holiday, business trip, and they are leaving the maid in the house alone. Can you able to live alone in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of being left alone in the house?
Alone.
Are you afraid alone in the house?
No, ma'am.
I will repeat. Are you afraid alone in the house?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Okay, we have finished our question section. Let's proceed for case study. Okay? I have a case study for you, Florlyn.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and answer me truthfully. Upon arrival in Malaysia within 6 months only, if ever your employer or if ever one of your family members passed away while you are here in Malaysia, what will you do?
I will send money for them.
What will you tell to your employer if in case they are watching you right now? If in case your employer is watching you right now, what do you want to tell them? Why they need to hire you, Florlyn?
I need to hire me, ma'am, because I'm hardworking and I'm patient.
Again, tell us about yourself.
My name is Florlyn Balubar.
Tell us
25,
about yourself.
25 years old. I'm single, ma'am. I live in the Maligan, Quezon, Vizcaya.
And why do you want to work in Malaysia as domestic helper?
Because I need money to prepare a future of my son.
Okay, thank you very much, Florlyn. We will update to your agency if there is any selection made by the employer.
Yes, ma'am.